Stop giving your power away to every insult, interruption, and impulse. This work teaches one lethal skill: do not react. When emotion rises, quiet wins, not noise. This is not therapy, this is training. Learn the exact mental pause, the three-word scripts, and the micro-habits that neutralize anger, grief, and panic in real time. Master the pause, control the outcome, keep dignity, get results. Do not react. Do not react. Do not react. Control begins with one breath. Start now. Chapter 1. Stop reacting, start winning. Stop reacting. That is the single rule. Reaction hands over power. Reaction hands over power. Reaction hands over power. Every time the voice inside screams, the body moves first. The mouth opens before the brain catches up. The result is the same: loss of control, reputation damage, bad decisions. A public argument becomes a viral humiliation. A failed launch becomes a blame spiral. A romantic fight becomes a wedge that never fully heals. Reaction hands over power. You have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. Here's the plain truth. Emotional reaction is the cheapest move. It feels immediate. It feels righteous. It costs everything that matters. You don't need their permission to stay calm. You don't need their permission to choose the better route. That's the key. That's the key. That's the key. Understand the mechanics. The amygdala is ancient. It sees threat and triggers the body to act. Heart races, breathing quickens, vision narrows, muscles tense. That is the amygdala hijack. Road rage, angry email typing, the hands that hit send, the jaw that tightens into a promise to retaliate. Spot it, stop it. Spot it, stop it. Physical signs are simple. Notice them. A racing heart, tight jaw, tunnel vision, a hot face, shallow breath. When those signs show up, the brain is asking for a shortcut. Don't give it one. Spot it, stop it. Repeat the signal until it becomes a habit. Now the behavioral rule. Pause converts reaction into advantage. Pause wins. Pause wins. Pause wins. The pause is not passive. The pause is an action. The pause is discipline. It's a decision to refuse the primitive script and write a new one. Practice this exact micro-habit. Breathe in for 3, hold for 1, exhale for 3. Count silently. 1, 2, 3. Label the feeling. This is anger. Say the line under your breath. Not now. Step back. That's the sequence. Breathe, label, decide. You have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. Real-world example. A CEO receives a public accusation. The press demand an immediate response. The instinct screams to defend. He breathes. He pauses. He writes 3 lines and waits. The result? Calmer statement, fewer mistakes, time to gather facts. The market steadies. Reputation is preserved. Pause wins. Another example. A parent hears a disrespectful tone from a teenager. The automatic move is to shout back. Instead, breathe, name the feeling, use one calm sentence. This conversation will continue when we can speak with respect. Exit the room. Repair later. Child learns boundaries. Relationship survives. Pause wins. Behavioral scripts you can use in heat. Not now. I'll respond when I'm calm. Pause. Need 5 minutes. I hear this is important. I need time to think. Say them like assignments. Say them like orders to yourself. Say them until they are automatic. You have a choice. You have a choice. This is not weakness. Remember that. It's not about being passive. It's not about ignoring problems. It's not about cowardice. It's not about anger. It's about discipline. It's not about being soft. It's about strategy. Say it out loud. It's not about anger. It's about discipline. That's the key.
Now break down the cost of failing to pause. Words hurled in heat can't be taken back. Emails sent in rage become evidence. Social posts written with fury define a person to millions. A single reaction can set a career back months. That is the price. Reaction hands over power. There are simple preventive moves. Design your environment. Draft emails and save as drafts. Use send later functions. Turn off notifications during deep work. Place a sticky note on your screen. Pause wins. Train your body with small discomforts so it does not cave to every provocation. Push through short resistance. That builds calluses. Small pain, big gain. Train with short drills. Day 1, practice the 3-breath pause before answering any text that triggers a reaction. Day 2, use the label, "This is frustration," before speaking. Day 3, read 1 paragraph aloud before you send any heated message. Track the wins. Keep a 1-line log. You have a choice. You have a choice. When the world pushes, respond with strategy. When someone intends to provoke, refuse the bait. When a mistake occurs, choose clarity over clamor. Pause, name, choose. That sequence is your new reflex. That sequence is your new muscle. That sequence turns momentary noise into leverage. Now the tactical language for extreme heat. Use the exit script. I'm stepping away. We'll continue at X time. Use the cooling script. I need to think about this. I'll come back with a plan. Use the accountability script. I will respond after I confirm the facts. These lines buy time. Time reveals truth. Time reduces drama. Time protects status. Pause wins. Repeat these truths until they stick. Repeat them in the morning. Repeat them in the mirror. Repeat them before meetings. Reaction hands over power. Spot it. Stop it. Pause wins. Pause wins. Pause wins. You have a choice. You have a choice. You don't need their permission. This chapter leaves one unambiguous assignment. For the next 7 days, do not react publicly. On social media, in meetings, in texts. When the impulse rises, use the 3-breath pause, label the feeling, use one of the scripts, log the moment and the outcome. Small discipline now, big advantage later. That's the key. You have begun to stop giving power away. You have begun to choose. You have begun to win. You mastered the first move. Now, own the next skill.
Chapter 2. Own the pause. Breathe, label, decide. Breathe, label, decide. Breathe, label, decide. This chapter teaches one simple habit, the micro-pause. 1 breath, 1 count, 1 choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. The mind wants to move first. The body wants to act. That's the old wiring. That's the default. It will take the shortcut every time. The shortcut looks like a hot reply, a sharp comment, a slammed door. The shortcut hands power to the moment. Reaction wins for a second. You lose everything that matters next. You don't need their permission to stop that. You don't need their permission. That's the key. The micropause is the smallest unit of resistance. It is simple. It is brutal. It works. Inhale, count to 3, exhale. Label the feeling, say the line, "Not now," then decide. That is the loop. Breathe, label, decide. Repeat it until it is reflex. Repeat it until it is automatic. Practice this exact sequence now. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Say, "This is anger," or "This is stress." Say it out loud or in the head. Then choose. Say, "Not now." Step back. That simple move shifts control from impulse to strategy. That simple move turns chaos into leverage. That's the key. Micro habits are tiny. They build up. They stack. They change the brain. Do the habit in low heat. Then use it in high heat. That is the method.
Here are 3 scriptable micro-habits to use immediately. Breathe, 3. Label, anger. Speak, not now. Use this when a message lands or a voice rises. Breathe, label, decide. Eyes on the ceiling for 3 counts when words are sharp. Look away, breathe, decide. Put the phone face down for 30 seconds when social media provokes. Breathe, label, decide. Practice the pause daily. Practice the pause daily. Practice the pause daily. Real-world drills. Make them short, make them brutal, make them measurable. Drill 1, the grocery line drill. Stand in line. Someone cuts. Notice the heat. Breathe for 3. Label the feeling. This is annoyance. Say, not worth it. Let the moment pass. Log it. 1 line in a notebook. Date, trigger, outcome. Do this every day for a week. Practice the pause daily. Drill 2, the meeting drill. When someone interrupts, close your mouth. Inhale for 3. Label, this is irritation. Use a neutral line. Let's finish the point and then respond. Wait 2 breaths. Speak once. Keep your words short. Keep your tone shorter. Log it. Practice the pause daily. Drill 3, the social media drill. When a post angers, do not type. Close the app. Breathe for 3. Label, this is provocation. Write the reply in notes and do not send for 24 hours. Reread. Decide with distance. Post or delete. Log the choice. Practice the pause daily. The drills are short. They fit into real life. They require discipline. That is the point. It's not about anger. It's about discipline. It's not about being passive. It's about command. You have a choice. Use the 7-day tracker. It is simple. It creates accountability. It creates momentum. Use a paper notebook or your phone. Each day record 3 things. Trigger, 1 line. Pause used, yes, no. Outcome, 1 line. At the end of 7 days, review. Count the wins, count the failures. Small wins compound. Failures reveal patterns. You don't need their permission to keep going. You don't need their permission. That is freedom. The mental framing matters more than the technique. The pause is not weakness. The pause is command. Pause is power. Pause is power. Pause is power. Think of the CEO who was attacked publicly. The board demanded an immediate response. The instinct was to fire off a defensive statement. Instead, the CEO paused. 3 breaths. A label. This is escalation. A decision. Delay the response until the facts were verified. The statement that finally came was tight. It was clear. It removed emotional fuel. The market steadied. The narrative shifted. Pause is power. You have a choice. The pause also protects relationships. Imagine a partner who says something cutting. The instinct is to retaliate. The micropause gives space. Breathe for 3. Label, this is hurt. Say, not now. Let's talk in an hour. Walk away. Cool down. Return with words that repair. That is discipline. That's the key. You have a choice. Implementation rules. Follow them without mercy. Rule 1. Never respond from the first heat. Wait 3 breaths for anything that triggers. Breathe, label, decide. Rule 2. Use a single neutral phrase in the moment. Not now. I need time. We will discuss this later. Keep it short. Keep it controlled. You have a choice. Rule 3. Log every moment. 1 line. Date, trigger, outcome. Small record, big changes. Rule 4. Build the pause into ritual. Morning affirmation. I will pause. 3 deep breaths before every major task. End of day review. Practice the pause daily. The pause rewires behavior. The pause changes status. The pause protects reputation. It increases options. It lowers regret. It creates leverage. It generates calm. It builds authority. It makes you predictable in a good way. That predictability is power. You don't need their permission to own it. You don't need their permission. That is freedom. The transformation. Do this for 1 week. Keep the 7-day tracker. Use the grocery line drill. Use the meeting drill. Use the social media drill. Log everything. Review on day 8. Count the calm moments. Count the avoided disasters. The numbers will be clear. That is proof. That is momentum. You have a choice. This chapter ends with one order. Begin the 7-day pause challenge now. Breathe, label, decide. Record every moment. Practice the pause daily. Repeat it until it becomes your reflex. You learned the micro-pause. You learned the drills. You started to own your response. You have a choice. You have power. You don't need their permission. You built the first layer of control. Next, turn attention inward. Name feelings without fueling them.
Chapter 3. Name it, don't fuel it. Name it, tame it. Name it, tame it. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Those feelings are not commands. They are data. Treat them like signals. Read them. Do not obey them blindly. That's the key. Here is the simple science. The amygdala lights up first. It screams threat. The body prepares to act. The prefrontal cortex, the thinking part, is slower. If the reaction runs first, the thinking part never gets to speak. Labeling the feeling flips the switch. Saying the name reduces the amygdala's volume. It gives the prefrontal cortex time to assess. Labeling is not soft. It is a tactical move. Name it, tame it. This chapter teaches a clean loop. Notice, name, respond. Notice, name, respond. Notice, name, respond. Short, repeatable, measurable. That is the habit loop. Start with noticing. Scan the body. Where is the energy? Chest tight? Heat in the face? Clenched jaw? Rapid breath? Those are the sensors. When they trigger, stop. Notice. Say, I notice my jaw is tight. Say, I notice my breath is shallow. That's step 1. Notice, name, choose. Step 2. Name the feeling. Put words to it. This is anger. This is hurt. This is fear. This is envy. Use plain labels, not poetic, not long, direct. This is anger, not truth. This is fear, not fact. This is frustration, not a final verdict. Say it quietly or out loud. The act of naming changes the brain. Name it, tame it, choose. Practice this with short scripts. Use them until they are automatic. This is anger, not truth. This is fear, not fact. This is frustration, not a final verdict. Feeling, envy, action, choice. Repeat the scripts. Repeat them until they are reflex. You have a choice. You don't need their permission to do this. Example 1. The politician on live television. Attack words fly. The crowd smells fear. The instinct is to match heat with heat. Instead, the politician pauses and names it. I hear strong emotion. This is fear in the room. The frame changes. Opponents lose narrative ground. The debate moves to policy. Labeling shifted perception. Name it, tame it. Example 2. The manager in a tense team meeting. A deadline missed. Voices rise. Panic spreads. The manager stops. This feels like panic, she says. Then she asks, what is missing? What support is needed? Naming turned emotion into problem solving. The team calmed. The outcome improved. Notice, name, choose. Words are weapons. Words can inflame, or words can contain.
Use labels to contain. Use labels to convert heat into data. That is the transformation. That is the work. Now the habit drills. Do these daily. Make them non-negotiable. Drill 1. The one-sentence label. When irritation appears, speak one sentence. This is irritation. Breathe. Take one step back. Decide. Log the moment. One line in a notebook. Date, trigger, label, outcome. Drill 2. The 5-second rule. When insult lands, count silently 5 seconds. During those 5 seconds, name the feeling. This is humiliation. Ask, what truth does this signal? Make one rational choice before responding. Drill 3. The Reframe Journal. Each evening, write 3 moments where emotion flared. Write the label used. Write how naming shifted the outcome. If naming didn't happen, write why. This trains awareness. This builds muscle. It is not about being emotionless. It is not about denial. It's not about anger. It's about discipline. It's not about sensitivity. It's about structure. You will still feel. You will still be human, but feeling will stop being a tyrant. That is the key. You don't need their permission to do this. Language templates to use in real life. Memorize these lines. This is anger, not a verdict. This is fear, not a fact. Feeling, name, action, choice. I notice this is rising. I will respond after I think. Use the formula, feeling, name, action, choice. Example, feeling, hurt, action, I will ask for clarification. Repeat the formula out loud when practice is allowed. It becomes fast. It becomes automatic. Behavioral rules to enforce daily. Always pause to label when the body signals. Notice, name, choose. Use short labels, 1 word, 2 max. Keep it simple. Convert labels into questions. What is this telling me? What boundary is crossed? What is the real need? Keep a log, 3 entries per day. Accountability creates change. Naming reduces escalation. Naming increases clarity. Naming converts drama into data. That is the point. Name it, tame it. Here is a real test. Social media attack. The comment section ignites. The impulse is to defend, to retaliate, to justify. Instead, breathe. Notice the tightness. Name the feeling. This is triggered outrage. Wait. Decide. No public reply. Draft a response and sleep on it. In the morning, either delete or reframe. Most times the fire dies. You saved reputation. You saved energy. You saved leverage. Another test. A partner says something cutting. Feeling spikes. Name it. This is hurt. Ask a clarifying question instead of launching. When you said that, what did you mean? You move from combat to curiosity. That is the change. That is the discipline. Long-term practice builds a different brain. The prefrontal networks strengthen. The amygdala quiets. You react less. You choose more. You become the person who responds, not the person who explodes. You have a choice. You have a choice. This chapter's 7-day assignment. Do it now. Day 1 to 7. Use the one-sentence label every time you feel any surge. Log it. Day 1 to 7. Do the 5-second rule for any provocative message. Log it. Day 1 to 7. Journal one night about how naming changed outcomes. If naming didn't happen, write why. This trains awareness. This builds muscle. You turned emotion into data. You stopped giving feelings a veto power. You tamed the trigger. You built the next level of control. Now apply that control to anger. Turn it into useful information.
Chapter 4. Turn anger into signal.
Anger is noise. Anger is heat. Anger is a signal, not an order. Anger is a signal, not an order. Anger is a signal, not an order. You have a choice. You always have a choice. The moment someone explodes, breathe. Do not mirror the temperature. Do not assume malice. Read the signal. Decode the need. That's the key. Start with the basic fact. Anger points to something. It points to an unmet need. It points to a crossed boundary. It points to fear dressed in fire. Anger shows what broke. It does not always name the cause. It rarely tells the whole story. You do the work. You decode the signal. You do not obey it. You interpret it. You have a choice. 3 common decodes. Learn them and use them. Boundary. Someone's boundary was crossed. They say more than the words because the limit was hit. The voice raises. The body moves forward. The signal, stop. The need, respect. The fix, set a clear boundary. Script, I hear you. You felt disrespected. I will not speak to you that way. I need calm or this conversation stops. Say it firm. Say it short. Repeat until it becomes reflex. You don't need their permission to set a boundary. Hurt. The anger can hide pain. People lash out because they got ignored, dismissed, or forgotten. The signal is loud. The underlying fact is soft. Decode it. Ask, are you hurt? Example, a partner lashes out about time together. The real message, neglect. The question, are you feeling neglected? The fix, I need to change how I show up. That simple, that honest, that effective. You have a choice. Fear. Rage can be fear masked as control. Someone attacks to regain order. The signal is panic. The need is safety. The fix is reassurance and facts. Script. I hear fear. What would make you feel safer right now? Answer the question. Provide facts. Offer action. Reduce the panic. Signal, ask, fix. Signal, ask, fix. Signal, ask, fix. Use exact phrasing when emotions spike. Scripts matter because words become habit. Memorize these lines. Cooling script. Pause. I hear you. Let's sort this later. Clarify script. This sounds like hurt. Is that right? Boundary script. I won't accept that tone. We'll resume when it's calm. Need statement. I need time to think. I will respond at X time. Repeat the cooling line until it becomes automatic. Not now, we'll talk. Not now, we'll talk. Not now, we'll talk. Say it and leave if necessary. Say it without apology. You don't need their permission to protect your space. Real example. A partner explodes about chores. The automatic counterattack would be a list of defenses. Instead, pause, breathe, label, this is anger. Ask, are you angry because you feel I don't help enough? Fix, I will take the laundry on Sundays. Let's set a plan. The fight collapses into a plan. The person feels heard. The problem gets solved. Anger converted into signal. Anger converted into repair. That's the key. Work example. A client lashes out at a missed deadline. You can respond in 3 ways. All choose different futures. Mirror and escalate. Fire back. Lose the client. Damage your reputation. Reaction hands over power. Defend and explain. Long email, more fuel. The client doubles down. Loss. Decode and fix. Pause. Ask, what outcome do you need right now? Offer a clear timeline. Deliver. Keep the client. Gain trust. Choose option 3. You have a choice. Practical drills to build the decoding muscle. Do them daily. Drill 1, the 2-question drill. When anger appears, ask 2 questions only. What's the need, and what fix will it take? Limit answers to one sentence each. Log the result. Drill 2, the 60-second fix. Give yourself 60 seconds to convert the anger into an action. If it's boundary, state the boundary. If it's hurt, offer repair. If it's fear, show facts or a plan. Do not stay in the story longer than a minute. Drill 3, the reflection log. Each night, write 3 angry moments. Note the signal, note your question, note the fix. Measure outcome. Repeat for 7 days. Track improvement. You have a choice. Remember the mental rule. It's not about being right. It's not about winning the blow by blow. It's not about blame. It's about discipline. It's not about insult. It's about boundary discipline. State it. It's not about being right. It's about discipline. That is the transformation. That is the work. Language to avoid. Avoid explanations in the heat. Avoid "you always" statements. Avoid moralizing. They fuel anger. They create enemies. Stay strategic. Stay short. Stay functional. When you follow this blueprint, you change the outcome. You stop being dragged into theater. You convert chaos into a plan. You save time. You save reputation. You create trust. You have a choice. You have a choice. Assignment for 7 days. Practice signal, ask, fix on every angry moment. Use the 2-question drill. Use the 60-second fix. Keep the reflection log. Count the conversions. Count the avoided fights. Small discipline now, big leverage later. You decoded anger. You turned heat into data. You reduced drama into action. You did not obey the outburst. You managed the moment. You have a choice. You have power. You don't need their permission. You learned how to read signals. Now learn how silence sharpens that advantage.
Chapter 5. Silence is a weapon. Silence compels clarity. Silence compels clarity. Silence compels clarity. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Speak and feed the fire, or stay quiet and force the fire to show its shape. That's the key. You don't need their permission to be silent. You don't need their permission. Words often inflame. Words amplify pain. Words give ammunition. In a courtroom, a single extra sentence can ruin testimony. The lawyer who stays quiet makes the other side talk. The other side reveals facts. Silence compels clarity. In a negotiation, the longest pause wins the concession. The person who speaks next usually lowers the price. Say less, gain more. In relationships, silence forces explanation. The partner who filled the gap often reveals motive. Quiet looks like power. This is tactical. Silence is a tool. Use it like a blade, controlled, precise, deadly to escalation. Silence is not avoidance. Silence is not weakness. It's strategy. It's not about avoidance. It's about discipline. It's not about being cold. It's about command. That's the key. 3 simple moves of tactical silence. Controlled eye contact. Hold the look. Do not blink into a rebuttal. Let them feel the pause. The mind hates the blank space. They will fill it. They will speak to justify. When they speak, you gain information. Silence compels clarity. 1 neutral sentence. Say 1 line, nothing else. Neutral, short, then stop. Example, I need time. Then close your mouth. The room will scramble. The argument will either stop or reveal its true edge. Say less, gain more. Exit the room. Walk away. Not angrily, not slamming, calmly. I'm stepping out. We'll continue at X time. Use an exit to protect momentum. Use an exit to let heat cool.
Use an exit to preserve status. You don't need their permission to leave. Microscripts that work under heat. Memorize them. Use them like commands. I need time. Let's pause. Not now, we'll talk. I'll respond after I've checked the facts. Say the line, stop speaking, silence. Repeat under your breath if you must. Say less, gain more. Say it until it is a reflex. Courtroom example. A witness gets cornered. The opposing counsel fires off rapid questions. The witness pauses. The judge waits. The silence stretches. The opposing counsel stumbles. The jury hears uncertainty. Silence made the truth clearer. Silence compels clarity. Negotiation example. A buyer names a price. The seller remains quiet for a count of 10. The buyer lowers the offer by instinct. The seller repeats silence. The buyer offers concessions. Silence gained money. Say less, gain more. In relationship, a fight escalates. One partner keeps speaking. The other says, I'm stepping out. We'll talk tonight. The fight cools. Words that would wound are never said. Trust survives. Quiet looks like power. Social armor is real. Fewer reactive words equals more perceived control. The simple social math is brutal but true. 10 frantic sentences look weak. 3 calm sentences look decisive. 10 angry words create enemies. 3 measured words create authority. Quiet looks like power. Remember that. Repeat it until it is part of your posture. Practical rules for tactical silence. Rule 1. Use silence to get information. When someone is loud, stop speaking. Let them explain. They will reveal needs, mistakes, or lies. Rule 2. Use silence to regain status. If you are being attacked, a short neutral sentence reclaims the field. Then be silent. The attacker will fill the gap. The filler reveals intent. Rule 3. Use silence to save relationships. A break is not cowardice. It is a strategy to keep the bridge intact. Leave the scene. Return with a plan. Rule 4. Use silence as a filter. If the goal is clarity, use neutral phrasing and step back. If the goal is victory, use silence to force concessions. Decide your aim, then be silent with purpose. You have a choice. Training drills. These are short. They are brutal. They build the muscle. Drill 1. The 10-second hold. In conversation, count to 10 silently before responding to any accusation. No words. If nothing changes, then use one neutral sentence. Log the result. Do this 5 times a day. Drill 2. The one-line exit. Practice a single exit line. I'm stepping out. We'll continue at X time. Use it in low-stakes friction. Make it automatic. Use it when stakes rise. You don't need their permission to leave. Drill 3. The blank stare practice. Stand before a mirror or with a partner. Have someone read a provocation. Hold eye contact. Hold silence for 5 seconds. Let them speak. The exercise trains comfort in discomfort. Silence compels clarity. Drill 4. The social media blackout. When a heated post appears, do not reply for 24 hours. Do not comment. Let the noise die. Log the outcomes. Most fights fade. Your reputation does not. Language to avoid in silence. Don't explain in the heat. Don't justify. Don't apologize to avoid discomfort. Explanations create new openings. Explanations lengthen the fight. Say the line, stop. Silence is the buffer that forces the other side to act. How silence preserves dignity. When words fly, status drops with each reactive sentence. A calm posture keeps status high. People align with calm. People respect the person who controls tone. That produces leverage. That produces options. Quiet looks like power. What to do when silence meets silence? Some will use silence to bait. That's fine. Use your metrics. If silence does not produce clarity, move to an exit. Set a return time. If needed, schedule a mediated conversation. Silence bought you space to choose structure. That's the key. 7-day assignment. Build silence into routine. Day 1 to 2, practice the 10-second hold 5 times daily. Log the moment and outcome. Day 3 to 4, use the one-line exit in at least 2 real interactions. Note the effect. Day 5, do the blank stare practice with a friend or mirror for 5 minutes. Day 6, enforce the social media blackout for 24 hours on any provocation. Day 7, review the log. Count how many times silence changed the outcome. Count the avoided errors. You will feel awkward. Good. That means change. Discipline is uncomfortable first, then it becomes power. It's not about being rude, it's about control. It's not about avoidance, it's about discipline. You have a choice. You have a choice. Repeat these lines until they become posture. Silence compels clarity. Say less, gain more. Quiet looks like power. Say them in the morning. Say them before meetings. Say them when anger rises. You learn to turn silence into leverage. You learn to protect your reputation. You learn to force clarity. Hold that advantage. Now lock the door behind you when things heat up. Script your exit.
Chapter 6. Script your exit. Script, exit, return wiser. Script, exit, return wiser. Script, exit, return wiser. You have a choice. Every heated moment gives you 2 paths. Get trapped or leave intentionally. That's the key. Leaving is not running. Leaving is strategy. You don't need their permission to step away. You don't need their permission. Most people panic in a fight. They argue faster. They add fuel. They dig a deeper hole. That is the cheap move. It feels like courage. It costs reputation, relationships, and results. The better move is simple. Use a script. Use an exit. Come back with clarity. Script, exit, return wiser. Why script? Words fail under stress. Memory fails under adrenaline. A prepared line bypasses the chaos. It buys time. Time makes truth visible. Time cools the body. Time prevents regret. The exit converts heat into planning. 1 sentence, 1 rule, 1 return. 1 sentence, 1 rule, 1 return. 3 immediate scripts to use the moment heat rises. Memorize them. Use them like keys. The neutral pause. I'm stepping out. Will continue at time. Say it once. Say it calm. Walk away. No extra explanation, no justification. Close the door. Let the other person live with their words for a minute. You regain control. You buy clarity. You have a choice. The fact check. I need to check the facts before I reply. I'll respond by time. This kills rumor and reaction. It turns emotion into process. It forces time and data. It prevents a rushed apology or a wild promise. You don't need their permission to confirm facts. The boundary line. I will not accept that tone. When it's calm, we'll talk. Short, firm, non-negotiable. You protect dignity and set norms. You do not argue about the rule. You apply it. That's the key. 3 follow-up scripts for repair and restoration. Use them after the exit when you return wiser. The reset message. I stepped away to think. I want to fix this. Can we talk at X and focus on a solution? Invites repair, focuses on outcome, removes blame. The concrete offer. Here's what I will do. Action. What would you need from me next?
Action beats rhetoric. Action regains trust. Ask for the need. Match the fix. The ownership line. I regret how I handled that. I want to make it right. Here is my plan. Short confession, no excuses, direct repair. That rebuilds status rather than destroys it. Real examples show how this works. An executive at a board meeting hears a public attack. The instinct is to defend. The prepared move, stand, say, I'm stepping out, I'll return with the facts in 1 hour, and leave. He collects data. He writes a concise response. He returns composed. The board listens. The narrative shifts. The outcome is control, not chaos. Script, exit, return wiser. A friend fires a string of sharp texts at midnight. The reflex is to answer in anger. Instead, one message, not tonight, I'll respond tomorrow, then silence. Next day, a calm single paragraph resolves the issue. The fight never escalates. Trust survives. One sentence, one rule, one return. A phone call erupts with accusations. The immediate script, I can't do this right now. Let's schedule a time when both of us can talk. Hang up, book the slot, come with solutions. That moves the interaction from reactive theater to controlled negotiation. That's the key. Post-exit repair language matters. Repairs fix the damage. Repairs preserve dignity. Repairs restore trust. Use short, action-based language. Avoid long explanations. Do not relitigate. Offer a fix. Ask for what the other needs. Close with a plan. Script, exit, return wiser. Practice until automatic. Rehearse the exits aloud. Say the lines in the mirror. Role play with a friend. Drill the one-sentence break until it feels like breathing. The body will trust the script when stress hits. That trust is power. You have a choice. You have a choice. Use the 24-hour rule for major responses. If a message or event would change a relationship or reputation, wait 24 hours before final public response. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's about discipline. It's not about reaction, it's about discipline. Here is a simple week-long practice plan. Day 1, choose one immediate script and use it at least 3 times. Log the moments. Day 2, choose one follow-up script and send it after each exit. Note the outcomes. Day 3, role-play 2 exit scenarios in 5-minute sessions. Record yourself if possible. Day 4, enforce the 24-hour rule on any post that would matter. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's about discipline. It's not about reaction, it's about discipline. Here is a simple week-long practice plan. Day 1, choose one immediate script and use it at least 3 times. Log the moments. Day 2, choose one follow-up script and send it after each exit. Note the outcomes. Day 3, role-play 2 exit scenarios in 5-minute sessions. Record yourself if possible. Day 4, enforce the 24-hour rule on any post that would matter. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's about discipline. It's not about reaction, it's about discipline. Here is a simple week-long practice plan. Day 1, choose one immediate script and use it at least 3 times. Log the moments. Day 2, choose one follow-up script and send it after each exit. Note the outcomes. Day 3, role-play 2 exit scenarios in 5-minute sessions. Record yourself if possible. Day 4, enforce the 24-hour rule on any post that would matter. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's about discipline. It's not about reaction, it's about discipline. Here is a simple week-long practice plan. Day 1, choose one immediate script and use it at least 3 times. Log the moments. Day 2, choose one follow-up script and send it after each exit. Note the outcomes. Day 3, role-play 2 exit scenarios in 5-minute sessions. Record yourself if possible. Day 4, enforce the 24-hour rule on any post that would matter. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's about discipline. It's not about reaction, it's about discipline. Here is a simple week-long practice plan. Day 1, choose one immediate script and use it at least 3 times. Log the moments. Day 2, choose one follow-up script and send it after each exit. Note the outcomes. Day 3, role-play 2 exit scenarios in 5-minute sessions. Record yourself if possible. Day 4, enforce the 24-hour rule on any post that would matter. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's about discipline. It's not about reaction, it's about discipline. Here is a simple week-long practice plan. Day 1, choose one immediate script and use it at least 3 times. Log the moments. Day 2, choose one follow-up script and send it after each exit. Note the outcomes. Day 3, role-play 2 exit scenarios in 5-minute sessions. Record yourself if possible. Day 4, enforce the 24-hour rule on any post that would matter. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's about discipline. It's not about reaction, it's about discipline. Here is a simple week-long practice plan. Day 1, choose one immediate script and use it at least 3 times. Log the moments. Day 2, choose one follow-up script and send it after each exit. Note the outcomes. Day 3, role-play 2 exit scenarios in 5-minute sessions. Record yourself if possible. Day 4, enforce the 24-hour rule on any post that would matter. Draft, sleep, edit, decide, send. Most reactive replies become obvious mistakes after one night. Delay reduces drama and increases leverage. It's not about decency, it's a...
Chapter 7. Reduce exposure, raise power. Choose your arenas. Choose your arenas. Choose your arenas. You have a choice. Every battle does not require engagement. Every slight is not a call to arms. That truth saves time, reputation, and energy. That's the key. You don't need their permission to step out of the fight. You don't need their permission. Not every fight is yours to win. Some fights are traps. Some are shows designed to pull attention. Social media feuds are the classic trap. A comment lights, the replies pour fuel, the algorithm rewards heat. The result is noise, not outcome. Step back, let the mob burn itself out. Choose your arenas. Workplace politics are another trap. A petty rivalry looks urgent. It is not. Getting sucked into every rumor drains influence. Distance converts energy into leverage. Leaders who withdraw strategically gain perspective. They make better decisions. They keep their status. Choose your arenas. Family wars are brutal. They arrive with history and emotion. The instinct is to take every hit. That is optional. Strategic withdrawal preserves relationships long-term. It prevents saying things that cannot be taken back. It protects the parts of life that matter. Choose your arenas. This is environmental design. Control the triggers. Design the field. Design the field. Design the field.
Immediate 3-item to-do checklist. Do these now. Mute and limit. Turn off non-essential notifications. Set social media limits. Close apps that bait reaction. Less noise equals fewer sparks. Design the field. Set meeting rules. Agenda only. Time limits. No interruptions. Stand if necessary. Enforce the policy. Meetings stay productive. Drama decreases. Design the field. Create physical routines. Work in blocks. Close the door for focus. Walk away from devices during meals. Change the environment that feeds emotion. Design the field. Follow the checklist. Apply it today. Small changes compound. Small defenses prevent large fires. The power of scarcity is real. Less availability creates status. Less exposure creates leverage. Less exposure, more power. Less exposure, more power. Less exposure, more power. Think about scarcity like currency. The easier something is to burn, the less value it has. If every reaction is immediate, then every reaction is cheap. Cheap reactions are worthless. Make responses scarce. Make availability limited. When words and attention are scarce, they gain weight. When presence is scarce, it becomes a choice. That choice confers respect. That choice creates space. That choice builds power. Boundaries are the tool of scarcity. Set them. Enforce them. Teach consequences. Do not negotiate simple rules. Say them once. Apply them consistently. Exact boundary language to use now. No insults in this room. We will stop if that happens. Messages after 9 p.m. will be answered the next morning. If this tone continues, the meeting will end. These are short. Say them once. Enforce them immediately. The consequence must be real. The consequence must be quick. Consequences teach faster than lectures. It's not about fairness, it's about discipline. It's not about being right, it's about setting the field. Practical scripts for strategic withdrawal. Social media. Not engaging publicly. If this matters, DM me, then mute the thread. Workplace. This topic is off agenda. Add it to the follow-up and provide facts, then move on. Family. This is important, but not tonight. Let's talk at dinner when everyone is calm, then enforce the time. Use these scripts until they become reflex. Repetition builds muscle. The first week will feel awkward. That is the cost of new standards. Pay it. The payoff is control. Now drills. These are short and brutal. Drill 1. The notification cleanse, day 1. Go through phone and desktop. Mute or delete anything that provokes. Set Do Not Disturb for deep work. Work in 60-minute blocks. Log distractions. Less exposure, more power. Drill 2. The meeting field test, days 2 through 3. Run one meeting with a strict agenda and interruption rules. Enforce a one-sentence rule for complaints. Note the drop in drama. Note wins. Design the field. Drill 3. The family pause script, days 4 through 7. Use the family timing script for at least 2 friction points. Not tonight. Dinner at 7. Return at the scheduled time. Measure tone and outcomes. Scarcity reduces escalation. Less exposure, more power. Measure results. Keep a simple log. 1 line per intervention. Date, trigger, action, outcome. Track improvements. Data makes the abstract visible. Data trains discipline. You have a choice. Expect resistance. People will test new boundaries. That's normal. Hold the line. Apply the consequence. Do not explain. Consequences teach faster than justifications. Repeat the boundary phrase. Repeat the consequence. Repeat the enforcement. That's the key. Psychology behind withdrawal. Distance reduces emotional contagion. Heat needs fuel. Fuel is attention. When attention is withheld, anger collapses. When pressure is removed, clarity returns. Withdraw strategically. Do it without drama. Do it with purpose. This is not cowardice. This is command. Social math again. Fewer reactive words equals higher status. The person who answers every provocation becomes predictable and weak. The person who chooses responses becomes rare and valuable. Scarcity increases demand. Scarcity creates leverage. Less exposure, more power. Apply scarcity to time and words. Make the response a ritual. Use the 24-hour rule on messages that could affect reputation. Draft, sleep, edit, send if necessary. Most times the reply is unnecessary or shorter. That's the win. Use scarcity to redesign relationships. Reduce availability to energy vampires. Limit time with people who constantly provoke. Reallocate time to high-value interactions. That creates margin. Margin creates clarity. Margin creates action. You have a choice. 7-day challenge. Do it now. Day 1. Apply the notification cleanse. Log the anxiety differences. Day 2. Run the meeting field test. Note drama reduction. Days 3 through 4. Enforce family timing or social silence twice. Log outcomes. Day 5. Use the 24-hour rule on any reputation risk message. Draft and sleep. Day 6. Remove one low-value contact or mute a thread for 7 days. Day 7. Review. Count how many provocation moments were avoided. Count energy saved. Small withdrawal choices become patterns. Patterns become identity. Identity becomes power. You have a choice. You can keep reacting, or you can design a life that favors calm execution. That's the key. This chapter closes with one command. Reduce exposure to increase leverage. Design the field. Set boundaries and force consequences. Less exposure, more power. You learn to choose arenas and to shape the environment. Now use time itself as a weapon.
Chapter 8. Delay equals decision. Delay to decide. Delay to decide. Delay to decide. You have a choice. You can act on impulse, or you can create time to think. That time changes outcomes. That's the key. You don't need their permission to delay. You don't need their permission. The rule is simple. Pause, collect facts, choose. Pause, collect facts, choose. Pause, collect facts, choose. Short, repeatable, reliable. That is the 3-step delay method. Step 1. Pause. Stop the automatic motor. Breathe. Count to 10 if needed. Step back. Interrupt the emotion cycle. Say out loud, "Not now." That buys mental space. You have a choice. Step 2. Collect facts. What is true? What is provable? What is the immediate risk? Who benefits from a fast reaction? Who loses? Gather the minimum facts that matter. No speculation, no stories. Facts only. That's the key. Step 3. Choose. Make the best decision available with the facts you have. Decide how to act. Decide when to act. Decide what to say. Then execute. The decision is always informed when made after delay. Delay saves reputations. Delay saves reputations. Delay saves reputations. Use the 10-second, 10-minute, 24-hour rules. They are weapons. Use them by intensity. 10-second rule. For minor jabs and micro-triggers, a sharp comment, a rude text, wait 10 seconds. Breathe. Say one label.
respond or don't. Most micro-heat dies in 10 seconds. Delay to decide. 10-minute rule. For moderate conflict and emotional emails, a meeting that heated, a harsh comment that could affect relationships. Wait 10 minutes. Work. Get water. Reread the message. Draft a reply and close it. Reopen after 10 minutes. Edit, send, or trash. Delay is discipline. 24-hour rule for reputation risk responses, public posts, contract decisions, angry emails to a boss or client, major relationship ultimatums. Draft, sleep, reread in the morning, edit heavily, decide with distance. Most impulsive replies are worse after a night. Delay saves reputations. Concrete examples, so this is not abstract. Example 1. The stock trade. A headline drops. The market spikes down. The instinct is to sell fast. A reactive sell often locks losses. A patient approach checks the facts. Was this a real business failure or a rumor? A quick delay to verify can turn a 5% loss into a 2% move in the other direction, or at least avoid panic selling. Delay to decide. Delay is discipline. Example 2. The angry email. A client accuses you of poor work. Immediate replies usually escalate. A 10-minute rule prevents rationalization in the message. Draft, wait 10 minutes, edit ruthlessly, then decide. The final message is shorter and safer. Delay saves reputations. Example 3. The fired-up comment online. A single tweet can be shared thousands of times. Waiting 24 hours removes the heat from the body. It removes the mob psychology. The result? Fewer mistakes, better wording, less regret. Delay to decide. Show the numerical thinking. This is about risk math, not hope. If a reactive move has a 70% chance of creating new problems and a 30% chance of immediate relief, that is bad math for a long-term player. If a delayed move flips those odds, 30% risk, 70% advantage, then delay is the rational choice. Numbers force clarity. Delay is discipline. Tools for delay make it practical. Use them. Ritualize them. Timers. Set a 10-minute timer for drafting emotionally charged replies. When it rings, revisit the draft. Edit, decide. Delay to decide. Accountability partners. Tell one person you trust, if I send this in anger, stop me. They will call or text. Use that pause. Use the social break. Drafts folder. Save the first impulse in drafts. Name it hold. Come back later. Most drafts die. The ones that survive are improved. Send later features. Schedule the message to go after a delay. This prevents accidental sends. It enforces discipline. A physical ritual. Stand, stretch, pour water, and look away for 3 minutes before replying. Small physical actions interrupt the emotional loop. Make delay habitual. Make it ritual. Delay is discipline. Behavioral instructions. What to do in the moment. Stop typing. Freeze the fingers. That prevents escalation. You have a choice. Label the emotion. Say, this is anger. That reduces its intensity. Apply the rule. Pick one. Tens, 10 minutes, 24 hours. Use the smallest rule that matches the stakes. Use a tool, timer, draft, or account partner. Follow the method. Pause, collect facts, choose. Practice drills. These are short and measurable. Drill 1. The 10-second freeze. Daily. 5 times a day, when irritated, do a 10-second pause before answering. Log the outcome in one line. You will notice fewer regrets. Drill 2. The draft and wait. Every day. When tempted to reply in anger, draft and save. Wait 10 minutes before returning. Edit, then send if it improves. Most times it will. Drill 3. The night sleep rule for serious things. Draft anything that could impact reputation. Do not send. Sleep. Reopen in the morning. Edit. Decide. Count how many drafts were deleted. Learn. Cognitive rewiring happens through repetition. This is training, not theory. The brain will learn that instant reactions are not rewarded. It will learn that time leads to better results. That rewiring creates status. That rewiring preserves reputation. Delay saves reputations. Common excuses and the right answer. I must respond now or I'll lose ground. Often false. Fast reactions invite errors. Delay often creates leverage. You have a choice. They'll think I'm weak. Silence and delay are interpreted as control, not weakness. That changes the opponent's behavior. That's the key. I can handle it emotionally. Maybe, but handle it strategically. Make the emotion secondary. It's not about pride, it's about discipline. It's not about impulsiveness, it's about discipline. Endgame. Make delay automatic. Use the 3-step method without thinking. Pause, collect facts, choose. Repeat the 10-second, 10-minute, 24-hour rules by default. Use the tools, use the drills, track the wins. Assignment for 7 days. Do this now. Day 1 to 2. Use the 10-second rule 5 times daily. Log each. Days 3 to 4. Use the 10-minute rule for any moderate conflict. Save drafts. Edit. Send if improved. Days 5 to 7. Apply the 24-hour rule to any public or reputation risk item. Review outcomes. At the end of the week, count the avoided disasters. Count the cleaner messages. Count the calm wins. That evidence locks the habit. You have a choice. You have power. You don't need their permission. You turned impulse into decision. You gained time as an ally. You protected your reputation and your options. Now take the next step and harden your temperament with daily discomfort. Build emotional calluses.
Chapter 9. Build emotional calluses. Small pain, big gain. Small pain, big gain. Small pain, big gain. You have a choice. You can stay fragile or you can harden. That hardening is not cruelty. It is skill. It is training. It is resilience. That's the key. You don't need their permission to toughen up. You don't need their permission. This chapter is about exposure, not reckless exposure, deliberate exposure. Small, controlled doses of discomfort, repeated daily. That builds temperament. It builds a system that does not collapse under heat. Train the system. Train the system. Train the system. Think of emotional calluses like muscle. Muscles grow after repeated load. Temperament grows after repeated managed stress. The goal is not to eliminate feeling. The goal is to change the default response. The amygdala will still flare, but it will no longer drive action. That is the advantage. Start with the rule. Do something uncomfortable, short, and precise every day. Small pain, big gain. The exercises below are 5-minute practices you can do daily. They are short, they are brutal, they work. Daily Drill A, Cold Shower Micro Challenge,
5 minutes total. Warm shower first. Turn the water to cold for 30 seconds. Breathe. Stand still. Repeat 3 times in the week. Add 5 seconds each session. That cold shock is training for discomfort tolerance. It rewires the body's stress response. Small pain, big gain. Daily drill B, silent sprint. 5 minutes. Find 5 minutes. No phone, no music, no talking. Sit. Breathe. Notice the urge to fill silence. Do not. When the urge comes, label it. This is itch. Breathe. Hold. The brain learns to tolerate voids. The habit transfers to conversations and negotiations. Train the system. Daily drill C, boundary practice, 5 minutes. Role play saying no or not now in the mirror. Practice tone, practice posture. Keep it one sentence, short, firm, no apology. Repeat until it feels like an action you can take without shaking. Small practice, big power. Daily drill D, controlled exposure to provocation, 5 minutes. Read a headline designed to irritate. Notice the rise. Apply the micro pause. Breathe 3. Label. Do not reply. Draft a calm response on a notes app and save. Do not send. This trains delay under heat. Log the moment. Train the system. 5 minutes, that's all. Do 1 drill daily or rotate the drills. Consistency matters more than duration. Real people did this. Athletes take cold plunges. Executives rehearse hostile Q&A for minutes each morning. First responders run scenario drills that trigger stress and force calm. The same routines translate to normal life. Turn their rituals into 5-minute daily practices. Copy the structure, not the celebrity. Copy the discipline. Train the system. You must measure. You cannot improve what you do not track. Keep a reaction log. Log it. Learn it. Lock it. Log it. Learn it. Lock it. Reaction log. Simple template. 1 line per event. Date. Trigger. Intensity 1 to 10. Response. Alternative used. Outcome. Note. Use this every time a moment tests you. 3 lines per day is enough. 1 week of consistent logging reveals patterns. Patterns expose weak points. Fix the weak points. That is training. Weekly review. Structure. Count the wins. How many times did delay, silence, or exit prevent escalation? Score it. Identify the triggers. Which people, places, and times cause the highest intensity? Note them. Adjust drills. Increase cold exposure. Add an accountability partner. Repeat successes. Correct failures. Log it. Learn it. Lock it. Repeat the weekly review every Sunday. This is the feedback loop. It converts random tries into systematic progress. Now add accountability. Tell one person a simple rule. If I see you about to respond in heat, text stop. Give them permission to call you out. That external break often prevents catastrophic replies. Use them. Use them until internal breaks form. Scale the discomfort progressively. Start with small doses. Do not go extreme. The point is steady adaptation. Step up in controlled increments. Start with 30 seconds cold. Move to 60. Start with 2 minutes silence. Move to 5. This is progressive overload for temperament. Small pain, big gain. Behavioral rules. Apply them without debate. Rule 1. Do a 5-minute drill daily. No exceptions for 7 days. Train the system. Rule 2. Log every reactive moment for the week. 3 entries minimum per day. Log it. Learn it. Lock it. Rule 3. Weekly review without excuses. Count wins. Adjust drills. Harden the plan. That is discipline. Common traps. Don't confuse toughness with numbness. This is not about brutalizing feelings. It is about training the nervous system to respond with strategy. It is not about stoicism as performance. It is not about avoidance. It's about discipline. It's not about blunting. It's about choice. You have a choice. Another trap, chasing novelty. Do not skip repetition for the sake of a new technique. The power is in repetition. The work is boring. The results are not. Keep the regimen. Keep the log. Practical micro-routine for mornings, 5 minutes. 60 seconds cold splash or cold shower end. 60 seconds of box breathing, 4, 4, 4, 4. 2 minutes silence. Watch rising thoughts. Label each. 60 seconds reciting a commitment. Small pain, big gain. I will not react before I choose. That routine sets tone for the day. It conditions the nervous system for stress. It gives an edge in meetings and conversations. Repeat daily. Use weekly metrics to motivate. Track number of paused responses. Track number of avoided social media feuds. Track perceived calm on a 1 to 10 scale. Numbers make the abstract visible. Numbers create momentum. Long-term payoff is huge. The person who tolerates short discomfort gains leverage in negotiations. The leader who rehearses hostile scenarios makes cleaner decisions in crises. The partner who practices boundaries preserves relationships. Small pain leads to big gain. You will earn back time, status, and agency. Final assignment. Start now. Day 1 to 7. Do 1 5-minute drill per day. Log each reactive moment, 3 logs per day minimum. End of week, conduct the weekly review. Count wins, adjust drills, repeat. Next week, increase 1 drill by 10 to 20% intensity. You will feel resistance. Expect it. Resistance is the training signal. Move through it. This is how calluses form. This is how temperament becomes armor. You built new habits. You turned discomfort into skill. You made your nervous system harder to hijack. You have a choice. You have power. You don't need their permission. You hardened the system. Now, live like a calm predator. Patient, precise, inevitable.
Chapter 10. Live like a calm predator. Wait, strike, profit. Wait, strike, profit. Wait, strike, profit. Predators do not chase everything that moves. They observe, they measure, they conserve energy. Then they act once, precisely. That is the mindset. The lion does not panic. The hawk does not argue. The wolf does not announce. They wait for the right angle, the right timing, the right weakness. Then they strike. Clean, decisive, efficient. Translate this to negotiation and leadership. In negotiation, the impatient party reveals need. The calm party reveals nothing. Silence stretches. Pressure builds. The first concession often comes from the one who cannot tolerate tension. The predator waits, then makes one clear ask. Wait, strike, profit. In leadership, chaos tempts reactive commands, but the composed leader scans the room, listens longer than others, speaks last, makes one strategic move. That move lands because it was not rushed. Wait, strike, profit. This is not aggression, it is discipline, it is emotional economy, it is controlled timing. Day-to-day rules make this identity practical. Routine breeds calm. Routine breeds calm. Routine breeds calm. Morning anchor, 10 minutes total. 2 minutes of breath control. Slow inhale, slower exhale. 1 sentence commitment.
Today, nothing moves me before I decide. One priority written down, only one. This becomes the day's strategic target. That is centering. That is sharpening. Midday reset, 3 minutes. Step away from noise. Close eyes. 3 deep breaths. Ask, am I reacting or choosing? Adjust posture. Slow speech. Continue. This micro-pause prevents drift into chaos. Routine breeds calm. Evening debrief, 5 minutes. What triggered emotion today? Did delay or silence work? Where was precision strong? Where was it weak? One adjustment for tomorrow. Short review, honest answers. That is how predators refine skill. Now the 7-day starter plan. Day 1, observation focus. Say less in every conversation. Listen 20% longer than normal. Record what changes. Day 2, delay discipline. Apply the 10-second, 10-minute, or 24-hour rule to every emotionally charged situation. No exceptions. Day 3, strategic silence. In one meeting or conversation, speak last. Notice who reveals too much before you. Day 4, precision action. Identify one meaningful task. Ignore all others until it is done. Strike once, finish clean. Day 5, boundary enforcement. Say, not now, or I'll respond later, at least once where pressure appears. Hold frame. Day 6, social withdrawal. Reduce exposure. No unnecessary debates. No reactive comments. Conserve energy. Day 7, full debrief. Review the week. Count avoided conflicts. Count clean wins. Adjust system. Routine breeds calm. Repeat the cycle weekly. Improve one variable at a time. Now the identity shift. Stop seeing yourself as emotional, hot-tempered, easily triggered. That is an old story. Drop it. See yourself as inevitable. Inevitable means composed under heat. Inevitable means silence before speech. Inevitable means delay before decision. Inevitable means exits before explosions. Inevitable means precision over impulse. Be inevitable. Be inevitable. Be inevitable. When others escalate, you observe. When others panic, you calculate. When others react, you decide. This is power without noise. This is authority without shouting. This is dominance without chaos. Wait, strike, profit. That is how negotiations tilt in your favor. That is how leadership stabilizes rooms. That is how relationships avoid unnecessary damage. You are no longer reactive. You are strategic. You are no longer urgent. You are patient. You are no longer loud. You are precise. Routine breeds calm. Small pain built resilience. Delay built discipline. Silence built leverage. Exits built control. Exposure reduction built power. Now the system is complete. Walk into rooms slower. Speak measured. Decide later than others expect. Act cleaner than others can. Be inevitable. This is not aggression. It is control. It is about emotional mastery. It is about living as the calm presence in chaotic environments. Wait, strike, profit. And never return to impulse again. Every time emotion rises, practice the pause. Breathe 3 times. Name the feeling. Use a script. Not now. Walk away if needed. Convert anger into signal. Convert panic into data. Silence when words would fuel fire. Use the micro-exit. Delay to decide. Build tiny calluses every day. Small drills create irreversible calm. Become the person who responds with strategy, not instinct. The people who win don't explode, they execute. The people who lose react. Here is the challenge. Don't react for 7 days. Keep a one-line log each time the pause worked. Put the results where it can be seen. If the results are not obvious after 7 days, double the practice. The only thing between now and mastery is consistent repetition. Do it now. Start the exercise this minute. Join the calm. Report back. If ready, like this video and subscribe to Mind Shift Audiobooks.